Well, I went through a really stressful period in my life, and I regained weight, which I once had lost. And
how much did you weigh? How much did you weigh before you gained?
Before I gained the second time,
Yeah.
I got up to 213 pounds.
Okay.
213, 214.
But you had been even heavier than that.
Yes. The 2 years prior, I was 267 pounds.
Okay. And
Okay.
then how did you lose that weight to two?
I lost that weight and went down to 160. Excuse me, 169, but 170 pounds, 170 pounds, which was my ideal weight where I should be, and I was able to get there, but it was hard to maintain it.
Okay, how did you get there?
Changing my diet, eating more organics, stop eating all sugar, avoid salts, which I pretty much enjoyed avoiding salts, but the sugar was a hard one for me. And just eating better foods and learning better diet choices.
Right.
And
then through different life experiences and challenges, you gained weight again from the 170.
I had a hard time stabilizing for about 2 years. I gained maybe about 4 or 5 pounds, and then it kind of stabilized, and then maybe a little bit more would creep up. And after a year, I had put on maybe another 20 pounds. And I knew that I was trying to be okay with that and to stabilize a little bit. But then when I went through a really stressful period in my life for several months, the weight just came on rapidly. Another 30 pounds came on. I mean, it was just, it just was hard to handle. And I knew the better eating choices, what I needed to do, and I struggled with those, but I also did a lot of emotional eating because of the stressful experiences I was going through, and I understood what I was doing, and it was still hard to deal with it. So I had to come to the point that I realized I need to change the diet, and actually that's when you introduced the metabolic typing program, and I started working with it. I looked at it and it said there's no surprises, really what are the better food choices, because I've already been there and I understand that. And I knew I needed to stop eating sugar, just sugar products.
Those are things that are givens.
Those are givens.
But what did metabolic typing teach you that you didn't know?
I didn't know that it was there was important if you had a dark meat to have a certain vegetable with it, and if you used like a light meat with chicken, that was a different vegetable.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there were different ways my body used this
because you're
on a metabolic level.
Your biochemistry is unique, and so is food.
Yes.
The biochemistry, so you want to match that up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I found when I started matching it up, I was satisfied with it, and I could eat as much as I felt like I needed to eat to be full and satisfied. And I was fine for hours after that. And sometimes I would have my lunch, which would be my largest meal. Sometimes I wouldn't even eat much at night, or I would just have a protein drink, and maybe a fruit or a protein drink and a vegetable, or maybe sometimes just a protein drink, and eat very little at night, which is better for me. And my style is just eat less at night, eat more at lunch, and also always have a good breakfast. And that's what I'm doing now, and it's working. I'm satisfied with it. Since January, I've lost a solid 20 pounds, and my body fat has gone down. I don't know the exact percentage of that.
So it's just 3 months. Down. It's 3 months, and you've lost
2.5 months.
You've lost a solid 20 pounds.
Solid 20 pounds.
And it's not fluctuating. It's just
it's just slowly coming off, and I'm feeling so much better, and. Also, it was after like 17, 18 months of not having the cycle, feeling that I had gone into menopause. Now I'm beginning to cycle again, which was a real big surprise.
So, what do you
I don't know about that, but that's there.
Well, maybe we could, you explain that as, when there is a dysregulation in the body, because the right foods will cause your body to grow healthy tissue, and the wrong foods will cause it to damage healthy tissue.
Okay.
And so when after such a long time of maybe eating unmetabolically typed foods, meaning the foods that don't match your chemistry, and now all of a sudden you are matching food to your biochemistry, the endocrine system for you is starting to actually recognize that it can work again, and it should be working again.
Yes. And I'm feeling so much better.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way your body's designed, is to work that way. And so, yeah, that's great.
I'm definitely feeling better.
Yeah.
And want to continue to lose more weight and stick with this diet. And I think it's a diet that I'll be able to manage and stick with and be creative with. And when I get to my goal, I'll be able to maintain it.
Yeah.
Whereas before I was struggling with that.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't know really what the right combination of foods to put together.
Yeah, and just for everybody listening, the word diet, all that means is what you consume.
What you eat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so it's important to know that there's a crisis with the hundreds and hundreds of different kinds of so-called diets out there, when actually none of that will work long term unless you find out what your body uses, because it's so unique. And when you find that out, this is what happens. You start to get healthier. So congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. We look forward to more.
Okay.